Let's talk about a hidden gem that I found recently called Poker Quest. This is an RPG meets poker in all the right ways. It's a roguelike card game set in a fantasy world with knights, wizards, castles, and dragons. If you think the game sounds interesting, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to see more of my content, hit the subscribe button. I upload new content 2 to 3 times a week. Poker Quest is a roguelike game, and as with most roguelike games, your goal is to beat it or to make it as far as you can in one life, resetting from scratch if you die. In this game, you guide your hero through a map of forked paths, defeating monsters and collecting treasure along the way. With a goal to meet the last boss and defeat him, your journey across the map will lead you to different encounters at the forks of paths. These encounters include monsters, shops, camps, castles, and bosses. You can see a couple ahead so you can make your decision and decide which direction you want to go. There are 4 different resources in the game for you to manage and utilize. Food will be consumed each time you move to a new location, but can also be used to replenish some health. If you run out of food, you begin to starve and the game becomes more difficult. Energy is regained every time you move to a new location, and this energy can be used for special abilities that are tied to your class. Gems can be used to draw more cards, increasing your capabilities and potential of getting out of a jam. Poker chips are like money and can be used to purchase items, services, or to upgrade your character. Each of these different resources can be given as a reward after completing an encounter. Poker Quest is an RPG, and as with most RPGs, your character has a life total. If this life total drops to 0, then your character dies and you have to start again. Currently, you start with the hero class of Knight, and with more playthroughs, you gain more classes. There are 11 total that you can choose from currently, and more will come out over time. Role-playing game characters use their gear and abilities to overcome challenges that they meet. This game is no different. In this game, you will use your gear and abilities to attack enemies, defend yourself, or control the outcome of a situation. There are many different keywords to explore and learn. Some, like poison, do damage over time, while others, like curse and charm, punish you for using your items or punish you for not doing so. The core of the game relies on a standard deck of cards. This is where the strategy comes into play. On your turn, you will draw a hand of cards, and so will your opponent. Your gear and abilities will require different combinations of cards to activate. You will use your hand each turn to activate these requirements and produce the gear and abilities effect. And then your opponent will do the same on their turn. Often, better hands will lead to stronger abilities. You should decide what you think is the best course of action based on the information that you have. You know your cards, you know some of your opponent's cards, and how many they have face down, as well as the gear and abilities they have at their disposal. With a bit of educated guessing, you can figure out what the cards are that your opponent has face down, and assess what level of risk you want to take in your actions for your turn. Currently, Poker Quest has 2 different game modes. Your standard game mode has 2 different difficulty settings. The base difficulty setting I've explained so far, but the hardcore difficulty setting ramps it up even more by not allowing you to buy items or to upgrade your character. Additionally, Poker Quest has a daily run mode where everyone starts with the same hero class and the same items to see how far you can make it, and it also has leaderboards to show you how you stack up against other players. Overall, I think the game is great, and I think everyone should check it out. It's just in its beta version, and they're still adding new content all the time. 3 days ago, they just added a new monk class. I'm excited to see what else they add in the future. There's a demo that you can play now if you go to their website, or you can download it from Steam. I'll leave the links in the description down below. If you think this game sounds interesting, go ahead and drop the video a like, and if you want to see continued coverage of this game and other games in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.